Hey guys, what's up? It's Stephanie and I have another video for you guys. So welcome back to my channel. In the video for today, I'm going to be talking about tips to help you study in PA school and better succeed in PA school, specifically for your first year, your didactic year. So I'm going to share with you some tips that help me out second semester PA school, and I really recommend this specifically for those of you who are about to start PA school, and I hope it helps you out. So one of the things that really helped me out when it came down to studying for my classes and making sure that I retain the information and it stays in my head and I'm able to use it for when I'm taking my exam is flashcards. So I really recommend flashcards. Now, flashcards can be a hassle to make. I didn't make flashcards for all my classes, and I didn't make flashcards all the time. So I used SmartyPance. It's a website that helps you prepare for the PANCE exam, but I used this to help me prepare for some of my classes. And they have a lot of flashcards with the keywords of diagnoses, diseases, etc. that really help me out for some of my classes, specifically my pharmacology class, my pathophysiology class, and my clinical medicine class. So I really recommend their flashcards. I actually made another video reviewing their website. If you want to check it out, feel free to check it out. And I really recommend their flashcards. So flashcards really help me out. Repetition, whether it was SmartyPants' flashcards or Osmosis flashcards. Or Osmosis is another website. You also have to pay for membership. And for them, they have really good flashcards also for pathophysiology and also your clinical medicine also. So they have really good flashcards, and for them I really like it because it tracks your progress. So if it sees that you are struggling in a certain subject or an area, it'll repeat those questions even more often. So you can see that question more and more common, and it'll help you better understand and be able to retain that information. So I really also recommend Osmosis. So once again, flashcards, they really helped me out being able to repeat that information over and over again. I did flashcards every day. I made it a goal to do it every day before I went to sleep. Sometimes I would put about 30 minutes to an hour at the end of the day. So while I was in my bed, I just took out my phone and I went over flashcards over and over again. I made sure that I always added information from what we were learning. So I would start with 30 flashcards, and then I would add, for example, 30 more, 60, 90, 120, etc. By the time my exam came around, sometimes I had up to 200, 300 flashcards. But that included all older information that I had been learning. So think about it, guys. I know it seems like it's a lot of flashcards, but if you're going over the information over and over again that you've already learned, it's faster. It's just the new information that it would take me a while to go through the flashcards. So usually say I was in the GI module, by the end of the 4th week before my exam, those 3 weeks I knew the information really well. So I was zooming through those flashcards over and over again. I just had to learn and make sure that I understood and memorized the information from the 4th week, since that was the newest information. So that took me a little bit longer. So I really recommend flashcards. What I did is that I made files on my Quizlet, and then I actually show you. So I went to my Quizlet and I made folders, and for each folder I had the name of the classes, and under each class I would add whatever module we were going through, whether it was GI, whether it was a renal system, pulmonology, etc., and I would add it to that folder, subfolder, and then I would just click on that folder and then go through those flashcards over and over again. So I used Quizlet a lot, and Osmosis flashcards are also really good. So I can't stress enough how much flashcards work for me and how much in general repetition works. Repetition, repeating that information over and over again, because you're learning so much information in PA school that sometimes it's hard to retain all that information. And by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th or 5th week of that module, sometimes you forget whatever you learned your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd week. And I found myself the first semester struggling, specifically when it came down to the day before the exam. I was struggling because I couldn't remember information from the 1st and 2nd week. And what I found out by doing flashcards is that the information stayed more fresher in my mind, and I was able to do better on my exams, and I didn't freak out as much before taking the exam. And it also helped me out with my test anxiety. So I really, really recommend flashcards, guys. Really try them out. Repetition is really the key, and making sure you go over that information several times and don't let it stay behind, because you want to be able to retain that information not only for your exam but also for your patients. When you go into clinic, you want to be able to recall all that information that you learned, not only memorize and dump, memorize and dump, memorize and dump, which is not good at all, because you want to be a good provider, a good physician assistant. Alright guys, so I'm going to add the video so you can see just the flashcards that I have. I'll give you an example of the flashcards I have through Osmosis and the flashcards I have through Quizlet. And as always, if you guys like these videos, give them a thumbs up. If you guys like my videos in general, subscribe to my channels. And if you guys want me to discuss any topics, just comment below, okay? Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, so I use flashcards from two apps, both the Osmosis and also from Quizlet that I get from the SmartyPants. So first off, this is the Osmosis app. And Osmosis, I actually paid $150 for 2 years. Now this was with the physician assistant discount. So they'll give you a PA student discount, and it was $150 with the PA student discount. So I use their flashcards. They help me out with pathophysiology. That's what I use them mainly for, is my patho class. They do have some pharm questions, flashcards, and also some clinical medicine flashcards, but mostly I use this for my pathophysiology. So as you can see, I really like the fact that it'll ask you the question, and it'll also tell you whether your confidence in answering them is low, medium, or high. And depending on what your answer is whether it'll repeat it right after in 10 minutes, or whether it thinks that you know it and it'll repeat it the next day. So sometimes if I don't know them, then it'll repeat them the next day. And that's why I like Osmosis, because it kind of repeats the flashcards depending on how confident you are in answering them and how you know them. So I really, really like that because it's already automated. Now the next one is going to be Quizlet. So as you can see, I have my flashcards in folders. So I'll go to folders, and then I have, depending on what module, so this is a musculoskeletal. Most of them I get them from PA Life, which is where I get them from the SmartyPants. So like I said, SmartyPants has a lot of flashcards. And as you can see, it gives you the keywords. So for example, the first one that you saw was HLA-B27. That's a keyword for ankylosing spondylitis. So this is why I really, really like their flashcards for SmartyPants, and why I really recommend the flashcards for SmartyPants. And on top of that, they have pictures like this. As you can see, one of the pictures is an X-ray or MRI, CT scans. They have pictures that are really helpful, because on your exams you're going to get x-rays or CT scans or MRIs. So this is why I really like their flashcards, and I really recommend them. So what I do is I just save them and I make folders for my classes. That way I keep them organized, and then I'll star the ones that I don't know. And as you can see, you can just go over the ones that you don't know and then just star them whenever you feel like you know them already. So yeah, I really recommend these two apps, Osmosis and then of course Quizlet, specifically using the SmartyPants questions. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully you guys like this video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.